Good evening. Tonight, we bring you a story that is as surprising as it is fascinating, a story that has captured the imagination of politicians, analysts, and ordinary citizens around the world. The United States, under former President Donald Trump, reignited a century-old idea. The possibility of buying Greenland. While it may sound like a plot from a political thriller, this proposal is rooted in real history and genuine strategic interests. The notion of acquiring Greenland has surfaced before, but never with such global attention or controversy. This isn't just idle talk, it's a serious foreign policy objective that has sparked intense debate across continents. The world is watching as questions of sovereignty, self-determination, and national pride come to the forefront. Diplomats, leaders, and citizens alike are weighing in, each with their own hopes and fears for the future. For the people of Greenland, this proposal is deeply personal, a direct challenge to their identity and their right to shape their own destiny. For Denmark, which governs Greenland, it's a test of its long-standing alliance with the United States and its responsibilities as a sovereign nation. And for America, it represents a bold and ambitious Arctic strategy, with far-reaching implications for global power dynamics. Why is Greenland suddenly at the center of international attention? The answer lies beneath its melting ice. As climate change transforms the Arctic, new shipping routes are opening and vast reserves of untapped natural resources are being revealed. Greenland has become a strategic prize, coveted for its minerals, its location, and its potential to reshape global trade and security. In this episode, we'll examine the motivations behind America's interest, the staggering price tag that's been floated, and the passionate responses from Greenlanders, Danes, and Americans. We'll hear from experts, officials, and everyday people whose lives could be changed forever by this extraordinary idea. This is more than a real estate deal. It's a clash of cultures, a test of international relationships, and a glimpse into the future of global politics. Join us as we unravel the complexities and stakes of the Greenland dream. Former President Trump has elevated the idea of acquiring Greenland from a mere curiosity to a top national security priority, making it clear that this is not just a fleeting interest or a headline-grabbing stunt. Instead, he has framed the move as a critical step for the future of American power and security, arguing that the stakes are higher than ever before. Trump and his advisors see Greenland as the key to countering Russia and China's rapidly expanding ambitions in the Arctic. With melting ice opening new shipping lanes and access to untapped resources, the region is becoming a new frontier for global competition. Trump has compared America's current arrangement in Greenland to renting a home, when, in his view, the U.S. should be owning it outright to secure its interests for the long term. To turn this vision into reality, Trump tasked Secretary of State Marco Rubio with drafting a formal proposal to Denmark and appointed Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry as special envoy to Greenland. Their mission, to open negotiations and lay the groundwork for what could be one of the most significant territorial acquisitions in modern history. The administration argues that Greenland's unique location offers the United States unmatched surveillance capabilities and military advantages. With its vast, icy expanse, Greenland could serve as a strategic buffer zone, providing early warning against potential threats and a platform for projecting power across the Arctic. Permanent U.S. control, they claim, would not only deter rivals like Russia and China, but also secure American dominance in the Arctic for generations to come. The administration believes that only by establishing a lasting presence can the U.S. shape the future of this rapidly changing region. Today, Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary Rubio are meeting with Danish and Greenlandic officials in Washington, D.C. Their goal is to press the American case, emphasizing the urgency of the moment and the benefits of a closer partnership, or even outright transfer of sovereignty. The U.S. insists that treaties and temporary agreements are no longer sufficient in a world where global power dynamics are shifting so quickly. Only full ownership, they argue, can guarantee the security and stability that America seeks in the Arctic. For the Trump administration, bold and decisive action is the only way to protect American interests in the Arctic, ensuring that the United States remains a dominant force in this vital and increasingly contested region. How much is Greenland worth? Estimates put the price between $500 and $700 billion. The value isn't just in its icy expanse, but in its future rare earth minerals, vital for technology, and a strategic location as Arctic shipping lanes open. With China dominating rare earths, the US sees Greenland as a way to secure resources and block rivals. Control over new shipping routes would give America leverage over global trade. The price tag reflects not just resources, but the cost of locking out Russia and China from a region that will shape the next century. For US strategists, it's an investment in long-term power. The response from Greenland and Denmark? An emphatic no. Greenland's Foreign Minister Vivian Motzfeldt declared, Greenland does not want to be owned by, governed by, or part of the United States. Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen called the idea absurd, and warned it could threaten NATO's unity. Both governments see the proposal as a misunderstanding of modern sovereignty. Greenland is not a commodity, but a home with its own government and identity. Their message is clear. Greenland's future will be decided in Nuuk and Copenhagen, not Washington. Among Greenland's 57,000 residents, opposition to joining the US is overwhelming. Polls show 85% reject the idea, seeing it as an insult to their culture and aspirations for independence. Greenlanders fear losing their Inuit heritage, environmental harm from resource extraction, and disruption to their way of life. The Danish social safety net is valued, and many worry it would vanish under American rule. For most, the issue is self-determination. They want to shape their own future, not be absorbed by a superpower. The American proposal is seen as a direct threat to that dream. Greenlanders' resounding no gives their leaders a powerful mandate to reject any sale. With a sale off the table, US officials are exploring alternatives, chief among them, a compact of free association. This model, used with Pacific Island nations, would let Greenland remain sovereign while granting the US exclusive military access in exchange for financial aid. For America, it secures strategic goals without the backlash of a purchase. For Greenland, it could mean more autonomy and economic support, possibly accelerating independence. But it's controversial. Greenlanders would have to weigh economic benefits against a permanent US military presence and its impact on their laws and environment. Negotiations would be complex, and any deal would require broad public support. Even without a sale, a compact would fundamentally shift Greenland's geopolitical alignment. The United States already maintains a significant and long-standing presence in the Arctic, most notably at Pituffik Space Base in northwestern Greenland. This remote installation, perched on the edge of the polar ice cap, is a vital outpost for American interests in the region. Originally built during the Cold War, Pituffik was designed as a key node in the U.S. missile defense network, providing early warning against potential threats from across the polar region. Its strategic location allows the U.S. to monitor airspace and missile activity over the Arctic, making it a linchpin for both national security and broader Arctic operations. The base was established under a 1951 treaty with Denmark, which governs the unique relationship between the U.S., Denmark, and Greenland. This agreement has stood the test of time, adapting to new geopolitical realities while maintaining the core principles of cooperation and mutual respect. Through this treaty, the U.S. enjoys a strategic foothold in the Arctic, but always in a way that respects Danish sovereignty and Greenlandic interests. The arrangement is a delicate balance, reflecting both nations' priorities and the importance of partnership in this challenging environment. The agreement also allows for expanded U.S. activity at Pituffik, but only if both sides agree. This flexibility means the base can adapt to new missions, whether military, scientific, or logistical, as the Arctic's strategic value continues to grow. In fact, some American goals in the Arctic, like increased presence or new infrastructure, could be achieved through negotiation and partnership, rather than outright ownership or purchase of territory. Pituffik is more than just a military outpost. It serves as a hub for scientific research, environmental monitoring, and logistical support for operations across the Arctic. The base supports international teams of scientists and provides a critical link for resupply and emergency response in this remote region. The Trump administration argued that owning Greenland would transform America's privileges at Pituffik into permanent rights, giving the U.S. even greater control over Arctic affairs and resources. However, critics point out that the current alliance already serves U.S. interests well, providing access and influence without the diplomatic fallout or complications of a territorial purchase. Many experts believe that the existing partnership is both effective and sustainable. Strengthening this partnership, rather than pursuing a disruptive real estate deal, is seen by many as the smarter path forward. Joint training, shared research, and coordinated defense efforts all contribute to a stable and secure Arctic. In the face of new Arctic challenges like climate change, increased shipping and resource competition, collaboration, not confrontation, offers the best hope for peace, progress, and prosperity in this rapidly changing region. The US and Denmark have a long history of territorial deals. In 1916, America bought the Danish West Indies, now the US Virgin Islands, for strategic reasons. That treaty included a US pledge not to oppose Danish control over Greenland, helping Denmark secure its claim. During World War II, the US defended Greenland to keep it from Nazi Germany, establishing bases that laid the groundwork for today's defense pact. Proponents of buying Greenland cite these precedents, but the world has changed. Today, self-determination and indigenous rights are central to international law. Selling a populated, autonomous territory is now seen as outdated and contrary to modern values. The Greenland Plan faces fierce opposition in Washington and across Europe. Bipartisan US senators have introduced legislation to block any attempt to acquire territory from a NATO ally without consent. Lawmakers warn that pressuring Denmark could damage NATO and undermine trust among allies. European nations have issued joint statements supporting Denmark and Greenland, calling the US move a threat to Western democratic norms. Allies fear this could set a dangerous precedent, weakening the alliance's credibility. The combined resistance from Congress and Europe is a major obstacle for the Trump administration's ambitions. The US bid for Greenland has become a defining test of alliances, sovereignty, and the limits of power politics. While the Trump administration pushes for Arctic dominance, it faces united opposition from Greenland, Denmark, Congress, and European allies. Greenlanders' overwhelming rejection has forced a search for alternatives, like a compact of free association. The existing US presence at Pituffik and a long history of cooperation offer a foundation for partnership, not acquisition. The future will depend on whether America chooses collaboration over confrontation in the Arctic. The Greenland dream, as a real estate deal, appears impossible in the face of such resistance. The real question: will Washington respect Greenland's right to choose its own path?